welcome to the Sonic Shuffle, a random and holistic Sonic lore podcast. I am one of the students, Devon.
I'm the other student, Morg.
And I'm the teacher, Dan. And this week, it's another Fan Zone week. We're reading more of The-Hydroxian's seminal webcomic, Hangin' Out.
Yeah, a lot of just hanging out this time.
Yeah. There's a lot of ways you can hang out with someone. Sometimes it involves combat.
Sometimes it involves chainsaws.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes, yeah, anyways, so, news, let me see. So, of course, the big news, is today, as of this recording, June 30th, 2022, issue 50 of, IDW Sonic is dropped. I haven't read it, but, all of the plot lines that are supposed to, lead up to, that have been built up so far are supposed to come to a head here.
Oh shit, I have to see how my favorite little stupid platypus is doing.
Mm-hmm. I know, like, the big thing they've been hyping up is that Sonic finally meets Scourge. Or I guess Scourge finally meets Sonic.
I wonder how Ken Penders is taking that.
I haven't seen what Ken Penders takes on Scourge is. Given that, like...
Going on Twitter.com.
I assume Ken Penders does not care. I would hope Ken Penders does not care. Let's see here. No, he's just talking about the news. Oh, no, yeah, he's just talking about the news.
Sometimes I wonder if people actually read what I comment on. I didn't criticize the art of the artist or the cover of Sonic 50, nor did I comment about the characters depicted. I simply stated that the suits in charge made a bad business decision. Let's go.
Looks like, he's just talking about variant covers. He has chosen to remain neutral, which I am thankful for.
Okay, the thing he commented on, I'm sorry, I've dug myself into a hole.
Mm-hmm.
He's complaining about the cover for Sonic, IDW Sonic, issue 50. Issue 50, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I'm sorry, but this is a very poor cover design. The cover design is of, Dr. Starline and the, new characters. And it's Sonic issue 50. So where's Sonic? Why would a newbie be intrigued? My dude, it's issue 50.
It's issue 50, what?
My dude, it's issue 50.
Why would a newbie...
If a newbie is starting here, I gotta ask questions.
Ideally, the question being asked is, who are these mysterious characters?
Yeah, ideally if I pick up a Sonic comic and I see a electric little, like, feral child, an evil platypus, and a person using a water backpack, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck is going on here?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say, where's Sonic?
Where's Sonic?
My guy, it's issue 50.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I had to derail for 1 second.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. When you're right, you're right.
Let's see. I know in the Nintendo Partner Direct Showcase, they showed a bit more Frontiers gameplay. Looked a bit more put together this time around. A lot of people are arguing whether or not Frontiers is out or not, and most of those people have not tried out the demo. Some have. And also the demo was something that was at, like, some conference or something. So, yeah. Anyways. Let's see. I don't think... Oh! No, we talked about Sonic Origins last week. I did find out and can now confirm, the tracks that were originally, there's a couple different, like, MJ tracks that were removed and replaced with, like, the placeholder versions that you can find in a couple different versions of the game. They're not as good because they're not made by Michael Jackson.
Yeah, bad move.
Let's see. I don't think there's been any other news per se. So, without further ado, let us start talking about Hangin' Out.
Yeah, let's just hang out.
Yeah, let's hang out. We pick up from last time, with Metal Sonic and Tikal getting in a cool big fight.
Yeah, you know, we pick up where we left off, which is Metal getting his shit rocked.
Mm-hmm.
Getting owned.
Getting owned publicly.
Yeah. Tikal gets out a chainsaw.
Yeah, what the fuck? I mean, she's magic.
She got portals. What do you mean?
Yeah,
oh,
I don't
yeah,
know.
we also established at this point is that Tikal has, like, portal powers and has, like, just a seemingly endless inventory.
Yeah, she's cool.
While the two are fighting, we occasionally check in on Amy, who is studying for an exam.
We get a part where Metal, supposedly with his computer brain, texts Amy and is like, "Hey, gonna be late to your thing, currently getting my arm sawed off and maybe the rest of me." And Amy just responds with, "LMAO, tell Tikal I said hi."
Mm-hmm.
So I love that Amy just knows this is Tikal's MO, is to just, like, cut people with chainsaws.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, what the fuck, you know who this is? Hello?
He's like, "Hello? Can you explain?"
Mm-hmm. At one point, Tikal calls him too slow, and he just fucking loses it. He, like, starts running. He, like, picks her up and like, kicks her into the ground. Just throws her in the air.
Tikal is a wrestling heel.
Yeah. Tikal, like, teleports behind him and starts, like...
And says, nothing personnel, kid. Actually, I'm surprised she didn't do that.
Yeah.
I know.
Because this
I
comic...
feel like in my mind she did.
This comic does be doing memes.
Yeah. She does some Dio shit. She, like, opens up a portal and sends the entire, like, gun truck from Sonic Adventure 2 into him. She
also hits him with, like, a 9-page stand rush.
Yeah, she does, like, a stand rush where she's like, let me see if I can find what she says in it. It's like...
It's Kimen.
Yeah, Kimen, which is Yucatan for die.
Tikal is very JoJo.
Yeah, she's extremely JoJo in this, and I'm very happy for it.
Would it be Tikal Obama, or would it be Dio Tikal?
I think it would be Tikal Obama.
Yeah, I think so too. That's what I was about to say.
Though Dio Tikal also has a very good ring to it. Amy heads off to the vending machine when Chasey, who is Chaos Zero, shows up. They don't have anything to say right now, but when Amy tells them that she doesn't have any money, they just give her a wad of bills.
Yeah, Amy's like, "Don't worry about me, I'm fine, that's college life," and Casey just, like, magics money out of their very body, and Amy's like, "You know what, actually you can worry about me a lot." Mm-hmm. And I say same.
Yeah.
If I had a friend who could just materialize money, I'd be like, "Yeah, so you can worry about me often."
Mm-hmm. Please care about me.
Tikal and Metal Sonic continue to fight, and talk about, like, good and evil. Tikal makes a Frieza face as, she summons the big, gun truck.
It's so fucking good.
Mm-hmm. They continue fighting, and Tikal has Metal Sonic, cornered.
And then Metal Sonic turns into a big drill and, like, almost cuts her in half, and she's like, my man, I'm a ghost.
Yeah, she just reforms. It's really creepy, I love it. He says, take the shot, and Tikal gets shot in the back of the head with a, laser gun from a new character.
Pull the fucking trigger, Piglet.
This is Sandy the Caterkiller. She's modeled after the, Caterkiller enemy, except more, like, anthro-based. I think she's like a DJ or something.
Yeah, I love this horrible little gremlin.
Mm-hmm. They, like, celebrate by, like, dancing and playing music. And then, as they're, like, celebrating, the next page just shows them wrecked to shit, in the evil base. Just explaining, well, then she woke up and tore us apart with her bare hands. And then I used the Chaos Emerald to warp us out. And we get
Then Tikal woke up and she beat our asses, and I decided I would like to leave.
Mm-hmm.
I called my mom to pick me up.
Sandy the Sandworm.
Yeah.
Love her fucking face.
Yeah, it's so fucking good. So, as they sit torn to pieces in, like, the repair bay, we meet another new character. This is Phage, head of R&D. I mentioned this during the last one, but this was a, sort of like virus program developed by Dr. Eggman. And now Phage is,
Now she is cosplaying as Shadow Weaver's Catgirl cousin.
yeah, she's got some real anime Fox Spirit stuff going on.
Mm.
And then we see the mysterious new hand, the mysterious red hand, and who it belongs to. It's Orbot.
It's Orbot.
It's Orbot!
Mm-hmm.
He's here.
So
He explains why he needs the Chaos Emeralds. For a normal reason.
they're gonna build orphanage, help impoverished countries, make the world a better place in order to conquer it.
I guess.
I love neoliberalism.
Mm-hmm.
I love the bit that Eggman is gone and his robots are like, we will do better than him, we will be better. And the best they can come up with, because they're still programmed to, like, want to conquer the world, is like, what if we were, like, neoliberal?
Mm-hmm.
What if we, like, did it but nice?
What if we were nice?
Yeah.
What if we conquered the world still, but, like, we were nice about it?
What if we had missile launchers and stuff, but we got your pronouns correct?
Right. And
Oh, shit. Orbot would never misgender you as he shoots you in the head.
mm-hmm. as he orders Metal Sonic to tear you limb from limb. And then we get
Orbot funding all those in the arms of an angel, like, commercials as, like, you just see, like, starving African children.
yes,
Fuck.
just bringing all the robots together to sing Imagine, all the people.
Oh,
God.
shit.
God!
And then we get page 69.
Nice!
Nice!
Yeah, they dedicate the panel just to celebrating that it's page 69. We get, Orbot and Metal Sonic doing the okay hand motion, and an author's note saying, we did it.
We did it, boys.
We did it.
We really did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. This is where we also find that Phage is just like, oh yeah, I've been actually like torturing these guys for a while, and Orbot's like, but can you fix them though?
Yeah.
And she's like, I guess.
She's like, eventually though.
Mm-hmm. I'm testing. Yeah. I'm doing testes. I'm doing tests.
She's just had their like pain receptors on this whole time, and then she pulls out a big drill so she can repair them, quote unquote.
She looks so happy about it.
Yeah.
She's overjoyed.
The author at this point notes that it's like going to the dentist, except the drill goes everywhere else, too.
God.
I love Little Shop of Horrors.
Mm-hmm. We cut back to Amy. She's like reading, she's like checking her texts, does see that, that Metal Sonic is getting torture repaired by Phage. And then Tikal shows up, in a casual outfit, where she's got, like, overalls, with a little, is it shawl? Shawl. Yeah, shawl. And headband.
She has, like, a cute little shawl, a headband, some overalls. She got looks.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna go to the arcade. Amy just, like, asks Tikal, even though she could just teleport them there, to just go on the bus with her.
They want to hang out. It is called Hanging Out.
Yeah, Amy just wants to hang out.
And that includes with Tikal.
Amy is a character so desperate to live at, like, a normal level of, like, maybe 10, maybe 20, and all her friends are like, can we please stay at 100?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I love this, like, bus ride, because, like, Tikal just, like, is smiling like a freak, and I love her. And also the caption is, like, 4,000-year-old mother takes her small child on a bus ride.
Yeah.
She's just standing there, menacingly.
She does have, like, treats with her.
Mm-hmm. There's this great thing where she gives Amy, like, a strawberry ice cream bar, and Amy's just shoved the whole thing in her mouth, and Tikal tells her that she's proud of her, and we get this great panel of her of Amy with the ice cream bar shoved in her mouth, looking shocked and redefined, I guess.
She's like, proud?
She's like, oh, I did it.
Mm-hmm.
She's
been validated.
I love the next section where it's Tikal and Amy asking if they've seen, like, any good shows lately, but they talk about it like they're aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Tikal says, hey, have you discovered anything interesting to watch? And I'm just like, you can say, like, hey, what you been watching lately?
Yeah.
She's normal. We love her.
4,000-year-old undead ghost lady doesn't know how to ask about, hey, what new anime is on this season?
Big mood, though, honestly. I love that, like, she does watch and play the stuff that, like, Amy recommends, but she still is talking like a weirdo. Mm-hmm. She's like, this is normal talking. I'm speaking like a normal person.
She's also been playing Mr. Needlemouse Adventure, which is implied to just be this universe's version of Sonic Adventure.
It's just Sonic Adventure.
It's just Sonic Adventure.
And, like,
Tikal literally says, it's like, hey, why'd you let them, like, use your likeness if it's just gonna be that shitty? And Amy's like, pays the bills?
Mm-hmm. It's money.
And Amy says, why'd you let them use your likeness? And she says, lets me buy chainsaws.
Mm-hmm. I'm so glad that Sonic Adventure, the video game, exists within this world.
Sonic's also some kind of celebrity, we find out later. I mean, he is, like, he saves the world, but, like, also I don't know.
They, like, he seems to be some sort of,
could you
he's
imagine
very well known.
Was, like, a celebrity out there just known for, like, fighting for liberating, like, oppressed peoples, but he does it while, like, only wearing, like, socks and shoes and some gloves. Because everyone here, like, wears clothes, and it's been said that, like, Sonic specifically is going around naked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah! What the fuck?
Yeah, so could you imagine, you're just like, oh shit, that guy liberated this poor village of impoverished people. His dick and balls were out the whole time.
There are a couple, like, background characters that are naked. Like, we see Bean the Dynamite later. He doesn't have clothes on.
Yeah.
This is a society that's really just fast and loose with nudity.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if, like, anthro characters were real, I feel like that's just how it would be.
Yeah,
it would be like, you can wear clothes if you want to, but, like, if you're covered,
If we can't see your dick and balls, it's fine. Yeah,
it's like, how do you charge a duck with a crime of being nude?
Right.
Right.
Everyone can be what? Donald Ducking it. Wrong duck. Sorry.
Daffy Duck is also kind of Donald Ducking it.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have a shirt on, though, either.
He's
extreme
nude.
Donald Ducking it.
Amy and Tikal go to James and Dusters.
God, it sure is called that, huh?
Uh-huh.
There's a little bow hug cameo here. I'm just noticing it now as I reread this while just telling you what's going on. I'm very glad that Bowhug's here. If you don't know who Bowhug is, they're the mascot of noted internet artist My Silly Comics, aka Claire. Adorable little teddy bear that has my best friend on it, written on them.
Sick.
Cute.
Let's see here. Lost the time. So they play not Street Fighter 2 with A Bison and Caddy.
And
I would love to play as A Bison.
He's a bison. We love it.
He's just a bison.
It's called Avenue Warrior.
Avenue Warrior.
Stupid.
Amy is like getting really into it when she notices Tikal turns around ominously and tells her, "You want to keep your eyes on the screen." and she loses.
Got
Tikal got her.
That's what happens when you play fighting games with an immortal ghost.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
I love how blatantly everyone cheats in this fucking comic.
Yeah, once again, they're all freaks.
Amy tells us her mantra: a true gamer doesn't get tilted, they get focused.
Let's fucking go.
Let's
go! It's a Sun Tzu quote.
Yeah, Sun Tzu said that.
Sun Tzu also invented games, apparently.
Yeah,
Do you think
he
they're
invented
gonna
fighting?
add Sun Tzu in Fortnite?
Well, it makes sense. What is Sun Tzu if not the original war gamer?
Yeah, not the original gamer.
So while they're while they're just like going around looking for other games, Amy looks for a new challenger, and she runs into Infinite.
Yeah, I was like,
Sonic Forces.
I had to look this up. I was like, who does?
Same.
Also, doesn't help that like this design of Infinite is like using the comic design without the mask.
My search for this was Sonic character Jackal.
No, I knew what they call it Infinite, and I was like, oh, Infinite AU. Like, they don't in the comic, but like in the tags.
Oh, I wasn't looking at the tags.
Oh.
It would probably help if I like looked at anything else other than the comic.
Yeah, so...
He's so sad.
So, Amy challenges him to ping pong.
Amy has a real heated gamer moment here right now.
Yeah. She calls him weak, and there is famously a bit in Sonic Forces where Shadow like kicks Infinite's ass before he becomes Infinite, and then he's like, I'm not weak. I'm not weak. And this is implied to be the Jokerification he needed to become Infinite.
Fuck.
But in this case, he just starts bawling and he just breaks down into tears.
He's just, cries. He's like, no! How could you?
Yeah, and Amy immediately feels bad, and Tikal is just like, excellent, my child.
She's just like, oh fuck, it's just gamer talk, I'm so sorry.
And Tikal is like, no, this is good. Like, hurt him even more.
Yeah. Amy explains to him that she has a validation complex and has tried justifying it with competitiveness.
Mood.
And then, sneaking up right behind her is Buddy, who is the default well, not even the default, the promotional model used for, like, the character creator character in Sonic Forces. Yeah.
This freak.
Yeah.
Love
yeah,
him.
this is just a comic full of freaks, which is probably why it's my favorite thing.
They're all fucking freaks. It's great.
And this is, the, like, church pews meme where the people are, like, pointing guns at each other because it's just Amy trying to kill, Infinite, and then, this Buddy showing up and trying to kill Amy, and then Tikal just in the background getting ready to murder him.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, Buddy or Gadget or whatever, he is looming behind Amy, and, Infinite, who is called Zero in this comic, is like, Buddy, no, she apologized, it's okay.
Hey man, it's
fine.
Yeah, we find out that, apparently they've been hunting down a target who is in fact Pink.
Pink,
and that's
scary face, competitive.
Yes, this is, one of the characters from, Lost World. I don't remember his name off the top of my head. They have kind of samey names.
Yeah, I vaguely remember him from IDW Sonic, and I could not tell you his name at all.
But this is why the robot, freaked out in an earlier panel, who was like, Pink!
Mm-hmm.
I love world building.
So true.
We cut to Metal Sonic. He's got a little bandage wrapped around his arm and a get well lollipop.
He's not even sucking on the lollipop, right?
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. He's just got it stick in first.
He's on his brooding time.
Yeah, he's brooding. Sandy walks up and gets the lollipop from him. Metal Sonic resolves that he should try talking to Sonic the Hedgehog once again after all these years.
He also says in a little bubble, "Thank you, Sandy, for respecting my brooding time."
Mm-hmm.
She's a real pal.
I know.
Yeah.
Everyone's such good friends in this.
Yeah. Metal Sonic flies off to the fields from the intro of Sonic CD. Which is where Metal Sonic first debuted.
Ooh. That's a fun detail.
He sees Sonic standing on a little, just like
a DBZ rock formation.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's It's from the intro of the game, but that is what it is. Metal Sonic tries to talk to him, but, well, actually, he doesn't talk to him. Sonic tries to talk to him, but then Metal Sonic slaps him in the face.
Yeah, Metal Sonic beats the shit out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic was being a little freak, and Metal Sonic's Mike is not into it.
Yeah.
So, like, stop being a freak. That's my job.
Mm-hmm. So
Sonic, Metal and Sonic have their like heart to heart, and Sonic says a raw line when he goes to shake Metal's hand. He says, "If this is a trick, you better hope to find mercy in someone else because it won't come from me." And I'm just like, "Yo, man,
Yo,
yo, man."
So as they like as they shake hands, Metal Sonic turns into Mike.
Barefoot is legal.
He is barefoot.
For a long time.
He has no shoes or gloves, and just even with Sonic here, feels more naked.
Right, because Sonic does have shoes and gloves, but he's nude is legal.
Yeah, the aura
Barefoot
radiating
is
off
legal.
these two nude boys is disgusting.
I'm gonna draw the fucking Predator hands holding meme of Ghosts of the Future and Hanging Out, with their shared topic being skirting around the issue of Sonic characters being naked.
Yeah,
But not all characters. I love that, because they're like, well, some of them aren't naked, so let's actually make a thing about it being kind of weird.
Yeah, Amy grows up and is like, I need to put on clothes. And all the others are like,
She
yeah,
already
we should
wore
all start
clothes.
put on clothes. And Sonic is like, no, I stay naked all the time.
Yeah.
No, I like it.
No, I choose.
Yeah. So, now Amy's playing ping pong against someone, even more challenging than Infinite. It's, I think, the guy from a ping pong minigame from Rhythm Heaven.
Yes, that's
yep.
what it seems to be.
Yeah, the author notes when this weird guy shows up that they're from Rhythm Heaven. There's like references to like him having extreme rhythm. Amy is able to get by through the only way she can, which is cheating, and using her tarot cards, which is a power she has in this setting.
Yeah, I'm glad,
you know,
they remembered she uses tarot.
Yeah. Like, in the original Sonic manual, or in the Sonic CD manual, it said, like, Amy, was able to find out about Sonic thanks to, like, a tarot reading. And, like, they've played with it in other stuff since then. It's not something that comes up very often, though.
I'm glad I got to see it here.
Yeah. Amy is able to just barely beat, the ping pong expert, and gives her a little medal.
And she's like, wow, I feel both accomplished and empty inside.
And we can see in this shot that, Buddy is just watching her from the background. This will be important later.
Mm-hmm. So, Buddy, like, is, like, getting close. Buddy seems to have seen how Amy won that match, and wants to push this ability to her limits.
Buddy
at
also
Zero
just starts stripping?
what
he
the
takes
fuck?
off,
he, like, takes off his, like, I think it's, like, combat gear or something, like, attack vest. And he's just wearing a sweater and he's wearing clothes. He's just taking off this tack vest or whatever.
No, he takes off the sweater too.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. He's like explaining his like life story, just who he is.
He's like a lot.
Yeah. It's very Yoshikage Kira of him.
Yeah, he says...
Speaking of JoJo's.
He says, I formerly work as a mercenary, but during my spare time I host a monthly book club in my downtime. I enjoy lime daiquiris and strongly favor the smell of lavender and citrus. I also enjoy pineapple and anchovy pizza. And dislike very much anyone who doesn't like my friend Zero. When I watch suspenseful movies, I flinch at startling and shocking scenes, but I never squeal. This is a JoJo speech.
Yeah, this is Yoshikage Kira, talking to someone he's about to kill.
Yeah, this is him explaining how he's just a normal guy and he just has one thing that's a little weird about him.
But he's also like... This is also what would be on his dating profile.
Yeah.
If he wasn't dating Zero.
Well, funny you say that, because in the scene where he explains that his name is undefined, he does have, like, the horny hooded eyelid look, and he feels like he's trying to invite me to, like, a Tumblr Down situation.
Right. He's taking off his belt, and he's like, slapping it on the bed.
Yeah, I'm like, sir, put your shirt back on. I just met you. We're at an arcade.
Now.
Mm-hmm.
He's like you, ping pong now.
Buddy turns Devon into a furry.
So... Amy just had enough of this and is playing against him, but Buddy's really fucking good. Oh, by the way, there is like, I do know there's like a specific backstory for this version of Buddy. I think like he's like some abandoned gun project, or
interesting.
Well, we'll have to find out when we get to Sonic Forces in about 2,000 years.
Here we go.
I think it's a slightly different, like, background than, like, what you would get in the game.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. I found the post where Hydroxian explains them. So, normally I love to leave people in the dark about this stuff, but I'll actually explain a decent bit. Buddy, true designation undefined, is a Phantom Ruby replica, either made by Eggman a long while back, or Gun. I'm actually leaning on it being Gun to mix things up, but who knows? We get a picture of a, sort of prototype design. Buddy was made to be kind of cheap soldier project, where randomized fake Mobians could be produced as troops, each made via small Phantom Ruby replicas fused to brainless clone bodies. His powers were deliberately restricted compared to the actual Phantom Ruby for both cost effectiveness and to prevent him from being too powerful or difficult to control. But this backfired where he tested poorly and was considered a failure. He was to be decommissioned, but somehow he was lost track of at some point. Later elsewhere, a random nobody who was found doing mercenary work, who eventually crossed paths with Zero and formed a partnership with him. Despite being a cheap knockoff of the Phantom Ruby, Undefined's real weakness is mainly just not being hooked up to a proper power source. Because of this, he's always a bit underpowered and developed an altered version of the Ruby's illusion-making powers to compensate. Canon Infinite and the Phantom Ruby can make illusions or making the real the unreal, while Undefined has the opposite ability, making the unreal the real.
Sick as fuck.
Infinite possibilities versus making things that already exist unable to be perceived and be less real. Frankly, I just hope I can show that ability off in a way that makes any amount of sense, and also make it as spooky as it sounds.
Yeah, it works.
We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool, like how it's used in in what we've seen.
Just like that, like Amy playing ping pong and honestly having never any clue what's going on.
Yeah.
I like that they kind of almost like glitch things.
Yeah.
And like the artist even, like, makes reference to, like, someone who's, like, playing on a computer that's lagging and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And how, like, that can actually sometimes benefit you. But, like, it's as a joke, but I think it's interesting, actually, since, Buddy is what would be considered, like, the insert, the, like, original character in, like, Sonic Forces. So it is almost like he's, like, piloted by, like, a real-ass person with a with a bad connection. It's just cool. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like you're, like, playing on... It's honestly like if you were playing Bloodborne and, like, the Hunter NPC started just, like, glitching into walls, but they could still hit you.
Fuck.
And you were just saying there, like, I have no fucking clue what's happening, and yet the game expects me to believe this is alright.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm also looking at some Zero art. I'm not gonna read off the full post, but he's just really good at, everyone likes him and he's very nice.
Yeah, me too. They're right.
He's the best partner you could have without being good at actually any skills whatsoever, be they communication, coordination, or combat.
Wow.
Oh wait, no, I misread that. Everyone respects him. He's just good at stuff. We've got some great art here of him just being very nice, appreciating nature, caring for Chow, leaving tips.
Aww.
It's great.
Leaving tips. We love a king that leaves a good tip.
He may or may not work at Spubby.
Let's go.
This is a king you're describing to
Okay.
me right now.
Yeah.
Spubby eat frafe.
So, Amy and, Buddy start, like, getting into this, like, complicated ping pong battle where Amy, like, shows off her tarot powers. It's a specific power called Collision Chaos, which is the name of a zone in Sonic CD.
Ooh.
Where she, like, uses the powers of the tarot to, like, just make things, like, super fast. Like, she uses strength and temperance to, like, make the ping pong go, like, as fast as possible without slowing down. But despite her abilities, she gets reflected. We get her saying, in Chinese. This is another JoJo's reference. It's a specific symbol that was used in the Du Wang translation a whole bunch.
So what I'm hearing
idea.
is that Hydroxian loves JoJo, and it feels like specifically Part 4 JoJo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd say exactly that.
Which, they're correct.
I've never seen it.
Yeah. She's in an original death pose as opposed to a Family Guy or Yamcha.
I do like that Hydroxy was considering both of those, because, like, same. If I could draw, I would also want to draw Amy in one of those poses.
Yeah, I would also draw any character who got knocked out to be in the Yamcha pit.
Zero and Buddy fist bump.
It's nice.
They're friends.
Mm-hmm. Tikal comforts her while telling her she is not going to pay for the damages caused in this ping pong battle.
Which, like,
she gets another ice cream bar shoved in her mouth.
And Tikal's like, I'll go get you a milkshake as well. And maybe some wine.
Yeah.
I thought the wine might be for herself, but I guess she's a ghost, so maybe not.
Yeah, I think she's just trying to drown Amy's sorrows at this point.
Yeah. As Amy is dealing with this, Mike shows up and says, hey, I can stab him if you want.
Want me
He
to
says,
stab
I
him?
could slit his throat if you want.
Yeah, pretty good.
And Amy is like, no, you taught me an important lesson about revenge. Keep it legal. Just hurt him enough to lose rings, but not enough to make him bleed.
Mm-hmm.
And Sonic is there also, and he's like, damn, Mike's been a terrible influence on you.
Mm-hmm.
And, but Zero and Buddy are both just like, actually, we would have done the same thing. So, you're wrong, Sonic. You're a fucking loser.
This is some fucking part 4 shit. I love it.
It's so funny that they're all like, yeah, revenge is cool now, Sonic. You're not fucking cool anymore.
Yeah,
Sorry.
they're all like, violence rocks, actually, so I don't know why you're being such a stick in the mud.
Sonic's supposed to.
We get some more part 4 shit as Mike makes up blatant lies about how Sonic really steals. He's got no dignity. He mugged people in shoplifts.
Just to feed
Okay,
his chili dog
thought
addiction.
these were real. I thought these were real because I was like, oh yeah, he's just talking about Sonics from like other universes cause like stealing is cool. Mm-hmm. And I could see like one of the like Sonics stealing and being like, I'm cool and I don't care about rules and it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about how Mike is putting his bare toes all over this filthy arcade floor?
Ew.
Yeah.
Can we not talk about that actually?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I think we should not talk about that. But it's something we'll have to keep in our heads for the rest of our lives.
Don't worry, I'll just zero in on the image of him standing there bare toes out on the dirty arcade floor.
Mm-hmm.
His hands bother me a lot less than I thought they would.
Yeah.
Even when they're next to Sonic, but his feet still bother me.
He's got human toes.
He's got human blue toes. Like, his hands and stuff are, like, flesh-colored because they're, like Sonic's arms are fleshy, and, like, they're just like, oh, he's like that under his gloves, too, I guess. But, like, his legs are blue, so his feet are blue, and he just has, like, human man feet. But they're blue.
He has that thing where, you know, like, cartoon characters have, like, way bigger shoes because it's just easier to draw and animate and whatever. It comes with the inverse idea of, like, are their feet just that big in them damn shoes? And the answer to this is, yes, his feet are that damn big.
Mm-hmm.
His feet are just shaped like that.
Anyways, if you check Mod-chan, I have posted the image of him and his bare toes on the dirty floor.
Thanks.
For your viewing pleasure.
Also,
let me
Sonic
see if I can take this page and just reshape it and use it as the episode art.
Crispy JPEG.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm. So
Sonic beats the shit out of, or like tries to beat up. I like that they're beating each other up, but like in a friend way now, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is just like shitty siblings who won't stop fighting.
I mean, Amy does literally say like, oh yeah, that's his brother, Mike. Yep.
Buddy goes mask off and admits that he can't be neurotypical enough to care about celebrities.
Same. That's just a whole move.
God, I wish that were me.
It's like one of those things where it's like, I don't care about them, but also I end up caring about them if they do dumb shit. And then I'm like, maybe I am neurotypical. And then I'm like, nah.
I care just enough to, whenever we do this podcast, check on what Ken Penders is doing, and then get mad about it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Amy just tells them to go play laser tag. So they do. They take out Bean the Dynamite along the way.
Yeah, fuck that bird.
He's just like walking through the fucking laser tag hallway saying, well, I've only got one more hit, but I'll be fine. And then he gets hit and collapses and starts crying.
He was one day away from retirement.
It's so good.
Uh,
I love this beam. It's just a background event, but I guess not, but like, you know.
I am noticing some more, like, background characters. There's Waldo.
Yep.
There's, I think one of these was like, was it Game Grumps or some people, like, playing Sonic Forces and they made, like, this green cat with red eyes.
Oh, you're right! I didn't even notice that until you just said it. Like, I'm on that panel right now.
Yeah.
I would like
That's
to
so
make an
funny.
important distinction that they made Metal put on socks to play this game.
You're right! Also,
did.
wow, we see Metal's juicy ass right now.
We do see his
Metal
juicy
is
ass.
like, I have to blend in as a human, so I will design myself a juicy ass.
Oh my god, Hydroxian. I think Hydroxian used this one picture of Scout, TF2 as a reference pic.
Oh, let's fucking go.
Let me see. Scout, legs. I'm trying to find the image. Scout crazy legs.
Scout crazy legs. Good.
I can't find the specific image, but I know it's like based off something from TF2. But yes, anyways, they're playing laser tag when their brutal rivalry is interrupted by Tikal.
She's here.
Tikal once again being like, I own every single one of you.
Mm-hmm. So, like, she thanks Sonic for what he did at Station Square.
She is just being openly antagonistic again. She's like, wow, this will piss Metal off so much if I just start talking about how cool Sonic is in front of him.
He's right. I mean, she's right.
Yeah,
It
she's
worked.
right.
It worked.
She's someone who constantly has to push buttons and then is like, oh, did I push too far? I'm sorry.
Oops.
Whoopsies.
So, then, Tikal starts to realize she might have taken it too far. Metal Sonic starts doing this thing to his arm, which is implied to be some form of self-harm.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what was happening. It looked almost like he was, like, getting mad, and, like, spikes were coming out of him, like, he was gonna...
I think he's, like, ripping into the nanomachine arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to take this out on anyone, but I am upset.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Metal Sonic's going through it. He admits that if he can't hurt others, he's just gonna hurt himself.
Not great, man.
Yeah. But Tikal, like, apologizes.
Also
and,
has a raw line.
Mm-hmm.
She says, I wonder if it's a privilege or a curse that we can both heal without scars.
Yeah.
Raw as shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Amy threatens to shoot her in the back.
Yeah, and, like, Amy starts talking with Tikal about... They sort of admit that, they are normally just very angry people, but if they can be together, they can take turns being angry instead of...
Oh, you mean
being
Mike
angry all the time.
and Amy? Like,
Yeah,
Metal
Mike
Sonic
and Amy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amy says that she keeps getting owned. Her whole life has been getting owned.
I'm not owned.
I'm not owned.
She does say that. She does say, I'm not owned in the fucking ping pong. Good shit.
So if this is where we're gonna leave off, this might be where we cut off. So, they decide to leave early, and Amy mentions she invited someone else over, but she couldn't make it. and we see a certain bat breaking into a high-tech facility to steal a Chaos Emerald.
Oh.
And an egg pawn who just sort of admits that egg pawns are dumb as
He's
rocks.
like, I'm dumb as shit, my guy. I don't know, fuck.
Yeah. So do we want to cut off here? I remember Morg said before recording that...
Yeah, that should be a good stopping point.
Yeah.
Alright.
There's not like a ton left. I feel like if we do like roll this again, we might want to like do the rest of this and then maybe something small.
Yeah. Maybe do 2 things. Yeah, I'll look into what to do next time. Until then, though, we already rolled last time. Next time we'll be reading a Sonic the Hedgehog game book.
Oh, yeah.
It is a choose-your-own-adventure that has stats on
Sick.
it.
Oh, let's go.
Mm-hmm. Let us read some asks. If you want to send in a question, you can either send it in on our Twitter, @ShuffleSonic, or our Discord, which can be accessed from the Twitter or the episode description. Jasmine asks 2 questions. I'll go off them one by one. Number 1. What's your fave ice cream?
Mint chocolate chip.
Maybe the same, actually. I really like mint chocolate chip. If I'm just like going for like default ice cream stuff, like chocolate's my go-to over like vanilla.
If it's default, probably strawberry. I like me a good strawberry.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, like anything with like chocolate stuff in it tends to be good. Or like I like a coffee ice cream too.
Oh, coffee ice cream's real good. Well, I'm personally quite big on butter pecan for some reason.
Ooh.
Let's see. I love I know exactly what my favorite is. It's a little bit of an odd pick, I admit, but at the 7-Eleven, I don't know if they still sell it, but at the 7-Eleven they sell salted caramel ice cream. It's got like the ice cream is caramel flavored and it's got like a salted caramel swirl in it, and I think like some chunks of like chocolates.
I think I've had that before. It's pretty good. Oh, I don't get this very much, but there's this sushi place that I actually got to go there again, like not that long ago, but they have like this red bean ice cream that's really good.
Red bean ice cream is good.
Yeah.
Jasmine also asks, how would you write Tikal in modern day?
Well, now that I've read this...
Yeah, the problem is I read this and I say I think this might be the peak.
Yeah. We've talked about Tikal a lot on this podcast, and I think this might be the idealized form of Tikal.
Because it's like, I don't know how else I would make her at this point. It's like I've been ruined for other modern Tikals.
I'm just like, I could write her any way I want, but I see this like 4,000-year-old ghost who is a freak and also is like a nice caring person, and I go, hell yeah. Also is like a wrestling heel who constantly presses buttons to see if someone will fight her. Great design.
Yeah, does. Loves to do anime villain shit
loves
when
to
fighting.
be an anime villain.
But is also like
loves
Amy's
to be
mom.
An anime villain just because she likes a good fight.
And she's also mom. James the Cat Girl asks, if you had a robot duplicate, how would you get along?
That's, I mean, it depends on how similar they are to me. Like, if they're, too similar to me, then we wouldn't get along. But if they're like, just a copy that's like, kind of a freak, it might be funny. And they might be actually awesome.
Yeah, robot copy of me would be someone who also just has the same brain disease of watching bad media to get mad at it. So we would just sit there and watch bad media to get mad at it.
Wow,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
true.
We would
Oh
do
my
a
god, my
podcast
robot
together.
copy and I would do a podcast.
It would
Yeah.
be very confusing if they sound like me, though. Like, I guess they would sound like more metallic than me, maybe.
You know how,
but...
yeah.
Oh, sorry,
We would do a we would do a podcast about my niche interests that are too niche for me to even find a co-host.
Yeah, it would be like...
But go ahead.
Now I want to know what this is.
It would be like, you know how Elvira said that never believe it is like guided disassociation. Could you imagine if you were listening to a podcast where like two of the hosts were like the same person and they were just like talking about something like to each other? I feel like I would slightly lose my mind.
Yeah, I think I would lose it, yeah, for sure.
You know, that does make me think. I've listened to my share of podcasts, and sometimes you can't really tell the hosts apart, and it's just voices saying things, and you're just basking in the conversation without, you're just hearing words that sound nice to hear.
Yeah, I'm gonna be very honest. That sometimes happens when I'm listening to any of like the Canyon Bros podcast. You know, like Kyle XY. Sometimes I'll like stop paying attention a little bit, and their voices will sound the same to me, and I'll be like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, they're like different voices, but they have a similar like register, so I totally understand what you're talking about. Like, if I listen in,
I can immediately tell the difference between the two, but if I, like, unfocus, it sounds the same in, like, their tone. You know?
I've gotten to know Jordan well enough personally that I can tell him and Sam apart. So.
I probably could also just because I do those, like, fanfic readings, but like, I still like know what Devon's talking. I'm like, I can see it.
Yeah.
I mean, famously, a lot of people when they're first listening to Mo Bam Bam can't tell Justin and Travis apart.
True. Myself included.
I can't. I love Kid Nation Nation. I cannot tell any of the hosts apart.
Oh no.
But, anyways, so, let's see, what's our next question?
From Teddy.
From Teddy.
I can read it.
From Teddy. Go ahead.
You discussed briefly last week how Metal Sonic is relatable in a neurodivergent sense, if I remember correctly. I propose that Tikal is also relatable in that same sense, in that she harkens to my neurodivergent desire to be an absolutely unhinged expression of my id, and just be a cool, spooky ghost. Yes. As someone who often, often my neurodivergences feel kind of spectral, and why I am very, why my name is, part of the reason why my name in places is Haunting the Morg. It's like, cool, spooky ghosts, I totally get it. I'm not as fucking energetic as Tikal, but I absolutely get that.
I understand in the way that Tikal is like a combative person and just likes to like piss people off for fun. And as someone who likes to do that for no other reason than I can, I fully understand Tikal.
Right.
This is how you would be maybe in if you were in an anime. You'd be like, I'm gonna be over the top, unhinged in a brand new way.
Yeah, if I could be a new kind of freak, I would be a new kind of freak.
Yeah.
Right. I understand from my own experiences with playing TTRPGs that it's really fun to play a character who says all the things that you're quiet about.
You said that in HKIP Discord, you were like, you play as yourself with the sliders put up. I was like, oh! Yeah. Absolutely. That's why all my characters have, insane attention problems and, end up being, annoying. Not because I'm necessarily annoying, but because I want to be, more like a little gremlin about shit.
Yeah, and that's why all my characters end up having a bit that just, ruins everyone's mood. I one time played a game of Dungeons and Dragons where my character's whole theme is that I was trying to invent the sport of baseball in this world. And I would not get off of it. And it was annoying everybody because I kept asking about baseball diamonds.
You need to play with the right people is the thing.
I know.
Because then they would be, like, down for that kind of stupid shit.
Emmy the Mouse asks, can he, though? As she posts the panel of Buddy saying, quote, I can mask as neurotypical for most things. I draw the line at pretending to care about celebrities.
I would love to see Buddy at all do anything neurotypical. Because so far we have seen him try to kill somebody at the slightest intention and also play a ping pong game in the most extreme way.
Yes.
But you can tell, like, it's funny, because, like, you know, if you're like, oh no, the evil person with the mental illness in, like, a horror movie written by, like, a normal, like a neurotypical person, it's like, oh, this sucks. Now, if you see that being written by someone who's either, like, neuroatypical or, like, knows enough, I you know, I don't know Hydroxy, like, personally, but, like, you can tell that they, like, kinda are like, yeah, I'm writing someone who's kind of crazy, but in, like, a fun way, and, like, not in, like, a crazy way.
Yeah, the way he masks as being neurotypical in these scenes is he just stands there and, like, just as, like, stock still as he possibly can. Like, he's like, if I simply don't interact that much, no one will know that I'm a freak.
Yeah. Let's see. I think our final question comes in from Spike, who asks, what arcade game would you pick so you can destroy others to feel better about yourself?
I would play, and this might be controversial, I would invite the other person to help me play in, like, a House of the Dead style game, like a shooter where it's, like, 2 people, because I would get real good at the game. So when they inevitably died, like, on the second level, and they were like, they feel so bad because now I have to carry us through the entire game. That's, like, such a soul-crushing feeling when you're like, I'm sorry, I suck ass at video games, and the other person's like, great, now I have to do this by myself.
I'm not sure what answer I would give, but I actually kind of have to cut out earlier than I thought.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know any other... I can't think of any games I'm good enough at for that.
The other answer is air hockey.
Let's do some plugs. Yeah.
Sorry.
Why don't you give your plugs and you can head out and we'll finish it from here.
Yeah, sorry. I got called sooner than I thought. Yeah, so you can find me at Haunting the Morg on Twitter. That's Haunting the M-O-R-G. You can also find me on my other podcasts, Forward ReZero, a ReZero Watch podcast, and Digimon Ghost Gaze, a Digimon Ghost Game Watch podcast. Yeah.
Alright. Let's see. I'm Dan. You can find me at a lot of places. You can find me on Twitter at Bigger Challenge. You can find my YouTube, Big Challenges. I'm finishing uploading all the Fallout 4 VODs now. You can find my other podcasts, Pot of Greed, Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast, 1 episode left of Season 3. You can listen to Video Games, the movie, the podcast. July's film is going to be Doom, and it's going to be guest starring Maxie's boyfriend, Zach. You can listen to Chillbleed and Stranger's Fiction. They're finished and inactive, respectively. And Xbox_holiday on Twitter. Devon.
You can find me on a Hunter x Hunter podcast called Going Will Hunting. And you can also find me on a new podcast called We Rate Queerbait. where we explore the blurry lines between homies and homos.
All right. Let's see. I think Morg is left.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Since only two of us are here, I'll skip out on the alphabetical shout out, but you can find us on noisepace.xyz. It's Canadian. It's run by a Canadian. There's lots of shows, including a lot of the shows we've already said. Let's see. Am I forgetting anything? Twitter, @ShuffleSonic. And until next time, Sonic is real, he is strong, and he is my friend.
He is the only blue life that matters.
The only one. Good night, everyone.
Good night.